Hello and good morning everyone. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a quick one today, under 5 minutes. While on our trip to Tuxtla Gutiérrez back in June, we visited Lagunas de Montebello or Montebello lakes in southern Chiapas, Mexico. If you watched our previous video on El Chiflón waterfall, this was actually part of the same trip. We started in Tuxtla, traveled through San Cristobal de las Casas, and continued south towards the Guatemala border. Altogether, it was about a 10-hour round-trip drive. So it was definitely a long day, but looking back, I'd say it was well worth the time. And if you haven't watched our El Chiflón video yet, definitely check that one out as well. It was another incredible location and one of the highlights of this trip. I think if we were to do this trip again, we would definitely rent a car, maybe stay overnight or two, and really take our time exploring the area. There's just so much to see around there. The tours are a great way to get an introduction to the region, especially if you don't know the area, but in my opinion, they can feel a little rushed. You're constantly watching the clock, and just when you're starting to get comfortable in the location, it's time to get back in the van. When you're somewhere as beautiful as this, it's nice to have the freedom to slow down, explore, take pictures, fly the drone, and just simply enjoy the surroundings. So with that said, let's get into it. The Lagunas de Montebello National Park is located in the southern part of Chiapas, right near the border with Guatemala. The park is home to 59 lakes and lagoons, surrounded by beautiful pine forests and mountains. There are also 2 Maya archaeological sites within the park. Lagunas de Montebello was established as the first national park in Chiapas in 1959, and in 2009 it was designated as a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. The park covers roughly 15,840 acres and sits at an elevation of around 5,900 feet above sea level. And one of the first things you notice when you arrive is the incredible color of the water. These aren't your typical blue lakes. Depending on the lake, you can see colors ranging from emerald green and turquoise to deep blue, dark green, purple, and even reddish black. The colors are influenced by the different mineral compositions of the water, along with the surrounding limestone and vegetation. And honestly, some of these lakes almost don't look real. Unfortunately, our tour only gave us a small taste of what the park has to offer. There are other areas where you can go swimming, explore cenotes and limestone caves, and even take the horseback rides through the parts of the park. So there's definitely a lot more here than what we were able to see in just one day. One of the lakes we visited was Cinco Lagos, which is actually a series of interconnected lakes, as you can see here. This area is especially impressive from above. You can really see how different shades of blue and green contrast with the surrounding forest. Cinco Lagos reaches a depth of more than 500 feet, which is pretty incredible when you stand there looking across the water. Another lake we visited was Lake Pohoho. Not sure how to say this one, but it's more than 650 feet deep. Swimming isn't permitted in these protected areas, but you can take one of these traditional wooden rafts out on the lake and cross both of those lakes. And that's exactly what we did. One of the coolest parts of the lake is a small island sitting in the middle of the lake, and we took the raft out to that island, and it was one of the moments where you really appreciate just how peaceful this is. And there's something pretty special about just sitting out on the water surrounded by forest and mountains with almost nothing else around you. And of course, seeing the lake from the air with the drone gave us a completely different perspective. From the ground, you see the lake, but from above, you can really appreciate the shape of the shoreline, the different shades of the water, the island, and just how much of the forest surrounds these lakes. It's one of those places where I think the drone footage really helps the story. So if you ever find yourself traveling through southern Chiapas, or you're looking for some amazing places to add to your Mexico bucket list, I would definitely recommend putting Lagunas de Montebello on it. And if you have the time, I'd recommend staying in the area rather than trying to see everything in one very long day. So combine this video with the Villa de Novia waterfall, or El Chiflón, San Cristobal de las Casas, and some other attractions in the region, and you could easily put together an amazing couple of days exploring in southern Chiapas. For us, the trip was really just an introduction. We got to see a few of the lakes, experience an incredible scenery, and hopefully give you a little taste of what this area has to offer. But I have a feeling we'll be coming back someday and spending a lot more time here. All right, that's going to do it for today's quick adventure. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, stay tuned for the next adventure coming soon.